The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the May 10th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on it at 877-927-6648. Love to hear from you. If you can't call in, we've got you covered there too. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tigers Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got a mixed bag out here. Mixed bag, and the Dow's up 237 points, 0.7%. With the S&P off 5, the NASDAQ 100 down 217, 1.5%. Russell's off 1% or 22 points. Semis are off 94, 3%. Trannies are up 158. Gold is up $6. Silver 4 pennies. Light sweet crude up a dime, and the 30-year Treasury trading down 12 ticks out at 157.19. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, you've got Coinbase Global up $23, 8%. Wayfair $23, Medifast 14, Regeneron up 13, Biotech up 12. To the downside, it's the trade desk off 141 points, 21%. Yikes. Mercado Libre off 78 or 5%. Amazon down 73. Booking Holdings off 45. Google down 42 buckaroonies. So where do we want to start? Let's start. We've got a request. I've got really two requests out here. Let's go with the one that's in the Tiger's Den right now from Ruby, who wants to take a look at the Russell 2000. So let me get that fired up on my other charts here, Ruby, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. So you are short at the moment. Let's go take a look at, where did I put it? Right here. Let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. You look at the very right-hand panel, and what do we know? We know that today, Ruby, the Russell's been able to take out Friday's high, hasn't taken out Friday's low. Something to think about. If we take a look at where it's trading within its bear-structured daily profile. The support level, should this continue to move lower, you'd be looking at 22.12 as a price target. Resistance, likely 22.91. That's the center of its bear-structured profile. Now let's pull over my other set of charts out here. And let's go see what we can find on them. And we're going to look at some short-term time frames. But first, we begin by taking a look at the daily. And when we take a look at the daily chart, what we really see out here is just a sideways consolidation. That's what's really going on. And we've got a new profile, or not a new profile, but we've got a profile, that bear structured profile, that helped to set the upper and lower boundary lines. That's at 23.17 to the upside, 21.42 to the downside. On a weekly basis, I just don't have enough data out here to rely upon its signal, so we're going to just simply move on to the 10-minute chart out here. So, Ruby, I don't know the time frame it is that you're using or trading on a 10-minute basis. What you're going to want to watch is this morning's low. Why watch this morning's low? Well, price formed a TD9 count bottom, and that bottom is at 22.4110. That's a level. If you're being short, you want to see price close below. If you do that, that sets up a signal is a strong momentum trend to the downside. But that strong momentum trend, so you know your target, on a 10-minute basis is 22.3440. That's the next breakout level. The 30-minute time frame out here, as we populate the charts, you can see generated a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. If price closes below that, tells us 22.3790 is a key level of support. So you would certainly be watching that. There is a valid bottom in place on the 30-minute time frame. But price is below that red oscillator and change line. Still watch the low. That's what you're looking for. Really watch 2237.90. You want to see it close below that for a larger move to the downside inside the Russell 2000. On an hourly basis, as we take a look at the Russell 2000 chart, what do we have? Not much, but price is below the bottom of its profile. But nothing else that's really assisting us there. The 2-hour chart, let's hit the right button there, Steve-O. 2-hour chart says price could easily be headed to 22.29. Plan to add if it breaks 22.39. 22.39. So you got 22.29 there, and you've got on the 22.37. Yeah, I mean, okay. So 22.37 is really what I'd go with, close below those levels. And the reason is, Ruby, on this 30-minute chart, you can see that price has already come down and tested those levels, and it's held. So that would be my suggestion there, even though we're just talking about a few bucks. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? Just price pulling back to support, and that's holding so far. And the 5-hour, just to finish off the Russell 2000, Ruby, no additional information here. So I like your thinking. From a standpoint of the key level to watch, we're going to call it now 22.37.90. Hope that helps you out. Best of luck with your trade. Next question that's coming in from one of our listeners out here, and that listener wants to take a look at Amazon. And this is an individual that goes by the name of Stash Man. So Stash is getting killed on Amazon and, and Facebook. So let's go take a look at Amazon and Facebook. Let's get back to our 3-panel trends out here. Try to figure out where they're headed to. When we take a look at Amazon, right now price is trading below the bottom of its daily with inside the weekly, and it's at the point of control. That's the center. Now, when I say the center, folks, that's at 32.12, and at 32.12 is where buyers and sellers believe Amazon is fairly valued on a weekly basis between the price points of $29.91 and $33.78. That's a mouthful, but we got that mouthful out. Now, when we look at the monthly time frame chart out here, what we can see is the large consolidation that it has established. Let's go ahead and draw that consolidation pattern in, because the beauty about the consolidation pattern is it gives us a measured move once price breaks through that area. So, Stash, you may be getting killed. I'm sorry to hear that. In this chart here, this would suggest that price could pull all the way back down to the bottom of that consolidation, and that level is right at about the approximately 28.81-ish area out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at this set of charts. So we'll come away from this saying Amazon is just simply in a consolidation. Right now, that consolidation pattern is suggesting it might want to head lower based upon the daily time frame and trading below the bottom of its daily profile. When we look at the daily time frame on my other charts out here, you can see that, this suggests, is it really below that? Hold on one second here. Did I miss that? We did. So volume-wise, 4.4 million shares is the benchmark. That goes back to May 6th. So this is now suggesting, we don't have the close today. Volume-wise, if the close is below the swing point, this would be a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside. Now we're using Thursday as our B point, Friday as our C point, and that gives you a 1-to-1 price projection in a 3024 level. I'd say 3024 to 2940. Volume today, 3.6 million shares going against 4.4 million shares, so it seems like it's got the volume. Close below 3247.20 suggests an A to B equals CD to the downside. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow up 221. S&P is off 4. We're going to go out to Martinez, California, and speak with Brent. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Steve. I hope you had a good weekend.
I did. Thanks so much. Now, I know you want to take a look at Palantir. What's that ticker symbol so I can get that up on the screen?
It's PLTR.
Okay. So we've got Palantir Tech trading out at 1863. And tell me how I can best help you.
Well, I first became aware of the stock through Dave White. He was talking about it before it IPO'd. Didn't know a lot about it, and I watched it. It didn't do a whole lot when I first IPO'd. Matter of fact, it kind of backed down, and I looked at it when it was around 9. Didn't buy it, unfortunately, ran up to, in the 40s. And then I've just been watching it since, just kind of biding my time to see if it gets down to some level that, again, might make sense worth buying. I believe they're having their earnings. I thought I heard some mention on another show this morning, either this afternoon or tomorrow. So that's a consideration, and I think it's in the 7th bar on the daily, if you could look at that. And I'm not sure if you could maybe tell them what it is on the weekly.
Absolutely. So one of the things when we take a look at this stock chart, PLTR, again, folks, is the ticker symbol, is, and I see this now on Thursday and Friday, this closed below the bottom of a hammer candle from March the 5th. And we're still below that. That's at 2018. Typically, when you close below the bottom of a hammer candle, the expression is if you're long, you're wrong. So let's try to figure out where Palantir may be finding its next area of support. And today, Brent, I actually have this as bar number 8 to the downside. Okay. And the TD9 breakout level is at 1754. So this would say that this could bottom today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, because we don't know if it's bar 8, bar 9, or the bar following 9. From a Chapman wave count coming from its highs back at the 45 level, this also puts it into wave number 7, that's letter G. Now, in order for that pattern to confirm, folks, you have to see a higher low. So the earliest that could confirm would be tomorrow. So from a pattern standpoint, both a portion of the Chapman wave, the TD9 count, those would be the only two bottom signals that we have, and that would suggest watching the 1754 area. On a weekly basis, as we take a look at it, you are now going to be potentially this week in bar number 3. So there's no pattern there at this stage on a weekly basis that suggests that Palantir would be a buy. The weekly chart says, hey, I may want to pull back to my breakout level, which gets you back to where it didn't do much, which is at the $9.60 area. Is it going to get there? Well, the cool thing would be, because we have the breakout level of 1754, if we were to see a close below that, typically that suggests you would move down to the next level. And that next level would get you down to 1085. So we're not there yet. If you're asking, are there some bottom signals? There absolutely are. And this would say we should know by Wednesday whether or not this actually is in a bottom formation out here. So where do we go from there, folks? Well, where we go from there is we go take a look at some short-term time frames. On a 15-minute basis, do I see some kind of bottom signal out here? The answer is I do not. On a 30-minute basis, do we? Well, on a 30-minute basis, price has been moving lower. The bar that's currently forming is a bullish engulfing candle, and that would confirm that pattern. Now, what that would really confirm is simply move to 1902. Brent, if price did close above 1902, it would be the first indication that maybe today with bar number 8 is the low. If it doesn't, then clearly it's not indicating that at all. The hourly or the 65-minute time frame chart, this too has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Here, price would need to close above 1894 to suggest that it might be a viable bottom. On a 130-minute time frame chart, you're in bar number 8. So, these intraday time periods, and you're in bar number 9 on the 195. So if I were to run my scan, which takes a look at all of these time frames out here, this would probably kick. This would definitely kick out as one of the ones to be taken a look at for bottom potential. So, Brent, what questions does that analysis pose, if any?
Oh, that's very helpful, Steve. I think I'll keep an eye on it for today. I'm going to let them have their earnings and take a shot that it might make some kind of dip below that area you talked about.
Yes.
So far, patience has paid off, so I'm just going to continue with that theme. And they're giving me the shorter-term numbers is very helpful. And if I were to try to, for me personally, this would be a longer-term trade, so I'm willing to just be a little patient. And I might miss something on the shorter term, and maybe altogether I miss it, but I think I'm going to just try to be patient.
Yeah, well, I think that's...
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's really what the charts are saying, because even though we see the bottoming signals, there have not been any levels of resistance that have failed. And it's that first level of resistance that would say, okay, now this is starting to perk up, and maybe it's worth an opportunity. So I like the conclusion. That is the conclusion of the charts. You said you had another one you'd like to take a look at?
If you don't mind, if we could do a two for, I know that'd probably be better for Tuesday, but we'll have to.
That's okay.
No, we're good. Monday. Yep. I was hoping you could look at Gilead again. This is the first time it's really gotten above that whole area that we talked about previously, and it's trading around 68. I just was wondering what that's showing you, if there's hope that it might go higher, and what would be up above that might cause some problems.
Sure. So what we like about Gilead Sciences, folks, and this is the daily time frame that we're looking at, is over the past 4 trading sessions, price was able to close above a bearish structured daily profile. So that is very bullish. Brent asked the next question, where's my next level of resistance? Well, price is trading into the February 5th swing point. And that swing point had 15 million shares. And Gilead is attacking that swing point with only 4 million shares at 1:24 in the afternoon. So it's light in the loafers. Now, price is still inside that profile. It may or may not go test the top of it at 69.36. So that's what the daily chart are suggesting to us. One, you've got bullishness because of closing above a key resistance area. But two, as it tries to take on the battle of when it was last up at these highs, it doesn't have that same volume out here. More likely than not, even though it's closing in, or it's likely to close inside that swing point with light volume, it's going to go test the top, or it should, 69.36. Why does Stevie say that? Well, the charts say that. The weekly time frame chart now shows that price is trading above the top of its weekly profile at 67.09. And as long as it remains in that position, then we go to the monthly time frame, and that says price should go target 70.21. So I would have to say, from just simply our TAS market profile charts, Brent, that's your next area, is the highs The top of the profile at 70.21. That high, by the way, I think I mentioned it, but let me make sure, 69.36. So it seems like that's where things are headed to. Let's pull over the white background chart. Of course, we lost it, but let's go ahead and expand this out here and populate it and see where we're at. Today is actually a very bullish signal. What I mean by that is prices trading above its TD9 breakdown area, and that was at 67.21. So that's a bullish piece of information. Again, still trading into a swing point with light volume, but the setup on the daily time frame is, especially if price closes above 67.27 today and tomorrow, is a bullish signal. The weekly time frame, we take a look at Gilead. If it can clear the prior swing point high, that could set up an A to B equals CD to the upside. Brent, we're about to go to a break, but I'll tell you what, just stay on through this break. We'll come back, we'll finish it up, and see if there's any other questions to ask or to answer for you on Gilead, G-I-L-D. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Brent in Martinez, California. We're taking a look at Gilead Sciences. And Brent, during the break, I looked at the short-term time frame charts, and I don't see anything to suggest at this stage, as a 1:30 in the afternoon, that price is going to do anything more than go test that swing point. Maybe it takes it out. Even if it takes it out with light volume, it still could be an A to B equals CD to the upside. But it does look like it wants to at least make that move out there. Are there any questions from the information that I've been able to provide thus far?
Oh, I think that's it, Steve. I, of course, really appreciate it as always. And I had noticed that myself. And, it's a little bit of a concern, but, not a super big deal. The volume aspect has been light, and I would, of course, rather it be going up there with greater volume, but you don't get everything all the time.
No, there's certainly no reasons to jettison the position at all. So everything looks good at this stage, and you just know where the battleground is at, and hopefully the buyers are able to take out those sellers.
I appreciate it so much, Steve. Thanks for doing the two.
You bet.
It was great talking with you, and you just have a great week, okay?
You too as well. That was Brent in Martinez, California. Now we're going to go take a look at Roku with Benjamin in Dallas, Texas. Ben, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Steve. How are you?
Very good. Thanks so much for asking. And Roku is what you're talking about, ROKU. Tell the viewers what you're doing and how I can best help you.
So I'm just looking for the proper levels for a potential long position. If you could just walk me through that, it would be much appreciated.
So I'd answer that question right now this way. Right now is the time to do it. So let's start with that premise. Why would Stevie say right now to Ben would be the time if you've been watching Roku and you're interested in taking a position in Roku, why would Stevie say right now? Well, the answer is because there is a island bottom pattern. So an island bottom, Ben, are you familiar with that pattern?
No, sir.
Perfect. So if you take a look at the trading session from May 5th, the very next trading session, this gaps down. The low of the May 5th session is 301.84. The high of the following session is 300.27. So there's a little gap in price there. Now, that doesn't set the island bottom. What set the island bottom was really Friday's trading and today's trading. Even though prices pulled back today, its low is 302.44. And as long as it doesn't touch 300.27, this has what's referred to as an island bottom. Now, an island bottom pattern formation is a very bullish formation. That doesn't mean back up the truck, mortgage the house, and that it's absolutely going to work. But you're asking me a question. Where and maybe why would there be a time to enter Roku? And right now, we'll go take a look at my other chart tools to see if there's any other kind of bottom signal, but that would be the one that you would use. Now, if price closed or even traded below 270, 241, what you'd need to know is that island bottom pattern formation doesn't exist. So let's go look at my other charts and see if there's anything else out here from a daily time frame to assist us with that call or see what else might be going on. So first I've got the 30-minute chart open. We're going to go switch over to the daily. And then the daily time frame here, what do we have? We don't have anything out here to help us from a bottoming pattern standpoint. And what I mean, well, I take that back. There is something referred to as a butterfly pattern. So let me come back to this black background chart as soon as I can get to it. First, any questions about what I've shared with you so far, Ben?
No, it's clear as day. Thank you.
Okay, so here I'm going to show an A to B. I don't know if you're able to watch this on Tiger TV, but what I am doing on Tiger TV and inside our Tiger's Den right now is drawing in the A to B equals CD pattern. The A point is the high from April 14th. The B point is the low from April 21st. The C point is the high from April 29th. That gap to the upside that took place on Friday, that is a bullish reversal signal. So now you've got a 1.618 A to B equals CD to the downside. So you've got really two confirming bottoming signals inside of Roku. How's that sound?
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Let's go look at the short-term time frame charts. See if there's some other signals out here to say, you know what, caution Will Robinson. If we look at the 30-minute time frame, what we see is that nice gap to the upside. I don't see anything. I don't have a bottoming pattern or signal on a 30-minute basis, but that's fine. Price is just retracing out here, and we're using really our island bottom as a gauge as to why and when to get in. I don't have anything on the short-term time frame charts that are helping me. So have you been watching Roku for a while and you've been waiting to get in, or just maybe a little bit of background on that?
Yes, watching it for a while, waiting to get in, and I was just wondering with the continued weakness in tech, how this one would be performing here.
Yeah,
after already going so low.
Sure, and that's a great question. Typically, you would like when you're long something, you would like the sector and or the indice, if it's a large portion of an indice, to be moving in that same direction. But you don't always get that. If you're asking me, can I find reasons to exit this or not take the trade? I probably could. And that reason would be, I don't know what that reason would be just yet. You've got the bottom signals, and so not that it's going to work out. But you've got the bottom signals. So for somebody that's been watching it and has been looking, today is really sort of the gift. Now, here's what I would do if you're going to take this trade. If you see it close below 293.43, that is the bottom of a brand new bullish structured daily profile that formed today. That would be signaling to you that, okay, we just may be wrong on this. And so you've got really an ideal situation where you have less risk. You always have risk, but with price backing up the way that it did, I noticed that this gapped up and formed that island on Friday. So now you've got this new profile. If you've been looking to fire away without us trying to get right to the penny, now would be the time. But make sure you use the proper position size. And what I mean by that, Benjamin, is the average true range on this is 2281. So if you are going to take this trade, I'd like you to multiply 2281 times 1.618. I don't know what that is. It's probably like $34. That is your that's a wide stop, but that is going to be your stop on this trade. Even though I said you would stop out below 293.43, what we're really trying to do is establish the position size. So you take that stop, whatever that comes out to be, $40, let's say $50, whatever that is, when you multiply that average true range times 1.618. And then what you're doing is you're taking your free trading capital. You multiply your free trading capital. Let's say it's a 10 grand. 1% would be $100. So you multiply times 1%. That $100 is really what we're risking out here. You take that $100, you divide it by 50, and that says you can only buy 2 shares for every 10,000 in free capital. Position sizing is what it's really all about, because you can still afford to get the trade wrong and stay in the game. So I hope that helps you out, Ben. Is there any other questions or any other information that I can provide to you?
No, much appreciated. It's excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for calling, and thanks for holding on. That was Ben in Dallas, Texas out here. So we're about to go to a break. Let's take a quick peek in on the markets out here. You've got the Dow up 230, S&P down 7, NASDAQ off 2.25 out there. Let's take a quick peek in on the QQQ ETF. So the Qs out here. Are they now? So the Qs have not traded below the prior swing point. We took a couple instruments out there in tech. Right now, the Qs also have a brand new profile that is forming. 327.87 is the number to be watching there. A close below that could suggest what we're seeing is an A to B equals CD to the downside. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we got 4 questions in the queue here. Let's get right to them. The first one coming in from Lee, and Lee wants to take a look at ticker symbol URG. Love the name of this company, UR Energy. Ah, man, I would love those initials. UR Energy. I think we're all energy out here. But the question is, what's going on short-term and long-term out here? Well, first of all, everything is, when I say everything, price is above all of the market profiles, daily, weekly, monthly. So that's good. Looks like it's approaching its high from back on the trading session of February 17th. About 13 million shares traded hands. Today, you're at about 3.8. It's very similar to what we looked at in Gilead. So price is approaching a swing point. It's trading with inside a swing point. It's doing with lighter volume. And that means that price could test the high out here. 157 doesn't have to, but this could be just a consolidation pattern. It's possible. Is there a reason to sell? We're not seeing a reason to sell just yet, so I would stick with this. Let's pull over my white background charts, see if there's any other information to help Lee. Well, thankfully we did that. Lee, today is going to become bar number 9 of a TD9 count. You're approaching a prayer hard, doing a less volume. Likely tomorrow is a top that would set up this consolidation. That could take price back to first around the $1.26, second 118, third 105, fourth $1, and third and sixth would be 95 cents. We got to take this one step at a time. But right now, your question is on the short term. I'm preparing you for some type of pullback or retracement out there. That's at least the signal, the potential signal. On a weekly basis, because you asked for intermediate or long-term as well, on a weekly basis, I don't have any kind of a topping signal. So that's longer-term positive, but the daily is saying prepare for a retracement. If we look at the monthly time frame chart out here, what do we have? We don't have any kind of topping signal. So that, again, supports retracement in a continued move higher. On the 30-minute time frame chart, let's just take a quick peek here. What do we have? I've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top at price above its oscillator and change line at $1.47, so no real problem, at least yet out here. So yeah, Lee, at this stage here, we take a look at URG. It looks nice. Longer-term setup suggested at once higher price. The daily, where we've got some noise right now, is saying not so fast. I may make a higher high tomorrow. That could be the high that then takes us back to at least test that oscillator and change line. So, Lee, thanks so much for writing in. I hope that helps you out with regard to URG. The next question coming in from Rich. And Rich wants to take a look at ticker symbol TTD. Let's punch this up on the screen. Not TTF, TTD. So you bought some in 2018, more last March, sold some nice profit. What would you want to know? Support levels, where you would buy more or whether you would see downside. So, well, boy, all I see is downside out here. This thing is getting shellacked today with gigantic numbers. This is actually setting up in one day This is confirming, it looks like a weekly A to B equals CD. So I've got bad news for you, Rich. Right now, at least from a technical standpoint, let me give you where the price projection is, and that is on a weekly basis. It's the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD says 392. You're at 488. Yeah, that's another $100 to the downside. And on top of that, I can easily make the case at 281. It's 1-to-1.272 A to B equal CD expansion level. So you're not going to get in front of this today, that's for sure. The monthly chart gives us a level of support. You asked about support. There is no other support levels on the daily or weekly. It's on the monthly where we have potential support levels, and those are the bullish structured monthly profiles between 371 and 438. Let's pull over my other chart just to see if there's anything else out here at about 488 to assist you. And voila, there is. And so that is 477 even Steven. 477 is where TTD on a weekly basis broke out. If you see price close below that on a weekly basis, we already have what looks like the confirmed A to B equals CD. This would be confirming the next move of 343. Now that's the weekly time frame. The daily time frame for the trade desk, I could make the case this is wave G, but we're not going there to say that is a bottom. Price is also below a hammer candle out here. Yeah, it does not look good for TTD. So I would suggest that you put on your seatbelts. You're in for a bumpy ride to the downside, and let's wait for this to continue to move lower before we try to identify a bottom and where you might add to the position. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. The next question goes from Eddie. Eddie here in Boca Raton. Can you explain why the SMH is not going higher since demand is high and supply is low? If there's a chip glut coming in the future, wouldn't that make the catalyst for the SMH to tank? Do you see a bottom in the semis in the near future? Let's go answer that question as we take a look at the SMHs out here. Eddie, you're asking me to be a psychologist. I mean, I know you're not, but you're asking me to analyze why sellers are doing what they do. In fact, let me put the SMHs up here. And that is why I started to pick up technical analysis, because the most fundamental element of what goes on inside a stock is truly what buyers or sellers are doing. And Eddie, we really don't have to question. I know you'd like the answer, and because I can't give you an answer that I could verify, like if you're to ask me about inflation, we can talk about that all day, because I have factual information that just simply, it tells you that the boob tube guys don't know what the Sam heck they're talking about. But with regard to your specific question, I don't have that. But what I do have is the knowledge to know that watching what buyers and sellers are doing is really the most important thing out here. When we take a look at the SMHs, you're asking where might there be a bottom? Well, there is a new profile that formed on Friday. Prices tested and rejected that level. That level is 234.98. Let me make sure I give you the right number. Not that this penny's going to make a difference, but 234.96. That's the bottom of the weekly. If that fails, I'm not sure where price heads to just yet. Let's pull up my other charts for the SMHs. But with regard to support, I don't know why my system is doing that. Well, oh no. I've been having some problems here with the system. I got to reboot after the show, but so here we take, so that's also a hammer candle. When I say that's a hammer candle, Eddie, let me get my cursor so I can give you the date, and this is going to be key, and that is the trading session of May the 4th. Now, another area of support on a daily basis for the SMHs, so we already took a look at the bottom of the daily profile, is 230.15. If price were to close below 230.15, that is suggesting to you that price is going to head lower. Lower to where? Good question. 215.15. Weekly time frame for the SMHs out here, what do we have? Not much. As far as where price could pull back here, 170.46. I'm not willing to go there. I'm just telling you what comes up on the weekly chart. 30-minute time frame chart, price at 233.93 on a pullback. Looks like at the open this morning, and that held as support. Was that this morning? Yeah, that held as support. But there's nothing here to say that that there's a bottom. I don't see that on the 60-minute time frame chart. That says lower price. 120-minute time frame chart says lower price. So you're not going to get into this right now, even though price is back to the bottom of that daily profile. I think you need to wait a bit. Again, look for some bottoming signals, and look for those bottoming signals on the shorter term time frame first. They could take place this afternoon. They could take place tomorrow, knowing the price is pulled back to a level of support. But if they don't, then the signal there, Eddie, is 230.15. As to why, with regard to supply and demand, it may have something to do with something other than that. Supply and demand. I was with some very intelligent people this week. They're pretty much in the know. And the question was, what do you think the odds of China invading Taiwan are? And this group of people, they came back at 100%. I actually didn't expect that. We'll be right back, folks.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to close out the show taking a look at Fiserv. Ticker symbol here is FISV. This is for Jeff G., who's thinking about going long out here. So let's do this first, just to be efficient. Let's pull over our white background charts. And the reason that Jeff may be thinking about going long is because he's spotted a TD9 count. So the bottom of this TD9 count, this formed out here on the trading day of May the 6th. And this formed above the TD9 breakout level. So that's ideally what you would like to see from that pattern perspective. The other thing that you have going for you, Jeff, is that a brand new bullish structured profile has just formed. That's one thing. The second, the oscillator and change line went from green to red. What that tells us is we should see price in that line catch up to each other. So if you're looking to take a long trade right now, the daily time frame is saying that now is the time. you're back. I mean, maybe this ticks lower. And now is a time, and what I would like you to prepare for is if price does close below the bottom of the profile, 116.47, you could see a spike down to 113.93. You don't want to see price close below 113.93 because it's going to negate the TD9 count pattern and would suggest a move back to 109.58. Let's look at the short-term time frames for Jeff, see if there's anything. So you can see nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom out here from looks like maybe on Friday. Any signals to suggest not taking the trade? Not so much. 65-minute wave number C, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom there. So this is certainly give the same thing on the 130-minute time frame chart with a hammer candle. 195-minute, do we have any kind of bottom there? I don't see one, but look at all those intraday time frames that did have those bottom signals. So, Jeff, if you're looking to go long Fiserv, just use those parameters out here. You've got that new daily profile, 116.47, and you've got that nice daily TD9 count. Folks, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next with the Power Trading Hour. After that, Tom O'Brien. Only today you've got a treat. Larry Pesavento filling in for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'll be back with you tomorrow on Terrific Tuesday. Have a marvelous Monday, folks. Thanks again for being here.